Hey guys, it's Kristina here, and I thought I would film a video where I show you how I contour my face. All I have on is a Jordana foundation concealer sort of ordeal, and it just helps to cover up dark spots and just make my skin one overall shade. And I also put on some Neutrogena under my eyes, on my nose, the usual places where I put concealer, as well as the NYX lipstick in Rome. That's what I put on my lips. And I thought today I would show you how I contour. Now, I've been getting questions about my contour from a lot of people in my personal life, so yeah, I just thought I would show you how I do it. Now, let's first talk about what contour really is. It is the opposite of highlighting. At least that's the basic definition that I can give you. Where highlighting is where you want to bring forward any parts of your face, and contouring is where you want to sculpt your face as well as bring those parts of your face back. That's how girls get these like cheekbones and a sharp jawline. So that is what I'm going to show you, as well as your nose. Doing a nose contour changes the shape of your nose so much. Like, you'll see how much my nose changes once I do contour. Now, what I like doing, this is not every time, but when I know I'm going out and it's around fall time, I'm sorry if you hear leaf blowers, people in the street are cleaning, that's what's going on. But what I like to do when I'm going out somewhere where it's more of a fall, like spring, winter, more cooler days, I don't mind using a cream on my face. I have combination skin, so a little cream wouldn't hurt. A little moisture wouldn't hurt my skin. So what I like to do is I like to use a cream contour. This one is really good. It's affordable. I get this from a beauty store near my school. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. This one is in the shade Beautiful Bronze. I also like the shade Almond as well, or Toast. Those three are kind of the shades that I go for, depending on the season. Now I'm a little more pale, but before I was a little more on the more tan side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and I like to squeeze out the product, and I just brush some on to the inside, as you can see. And whatever's left, what I like to do first is I'm gonna look in my mirror over here, and I'm going to line up where there's a dip. I have a slight shadow right here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lightly just follow that and go straight down my nose like that. And I'm going to do it to the other side as well. So I do two lines like this. Then I like to go underneath where my nose is naturally. It's kind of like right above the nostrils. Then what I like to do is, you see where there's a curve in your nose, like right here? You want to follow that curve, but instead of dragging it from the like right where the curve is, you're just going to follow where these two lines are. So right here is where it is. So I don't really touch my skin. I just follow, and then once I reach the two lines, I'm just gonna go across like that. It's a little higher, but trust me, when you blend it out, it's okay if you make a mistake, because the more practice, the more better you get at it. Now, I have a small forehead. It's not that big, but I do have it like these. When I pull back, I have this little bald spot, but not really like bald spot, it's just lighter than the rest. Like, I have blonde hairs like right here. I don't know why. I should darken it, but putting black in your hair is the worst thing ever, trust me. So what I like to do is I like to make sure that I at least shape my forehead to where it looks more structured. And what I like to do is I like to just go where there's barely any hair, and I just go like right along there, because I have hair on this part of my face. There's no reason to put contour there. So I'm just gonna go a little higher with this side, because that's just how my face has a more higher arch here, I guess you can call it. I don't know what you would call it, but I call it an arch. Then what I like to do is I find that this side of my face is more slimmer. Like, it just looks like I already have it cut, but it's not. Like, I don't have anything on it. It just looks like automatically where it is. So I don't put too much contour on this side. I just put a little bit, and I just follow that line straight. And then what I like to do is I also have like a little, you can see where it's kind of glistening. That's right where I want to put it. Like right where it's shiny, and that just helps to carve out my cheeks a little more. I have high cheekbones, so this just helps to kind of make it look a little less chipmunky, I guess you can say. I don't know what you would call it, but yeah. So I have this weird line. It's like pretty much everyone in my family, like my cousins and stuff, we all have this weird line that just right underneath our chin, and it makes us look like we have a double chin, but it's not a double chin. So what I like to do is I like to hide it by doing a triangle. And this just helps to kind of hide it a little bit. Now I didn't have that much product on, so I'm just gonna put a little more product like that. You can see it already like made it less. Now for the jawline, I'm gonna show you. So what I like to do is I like to go like this and follow that line like that. I have a sharper jaw on this side and a sharper cheekbone on this side. It's weird. Now, that's what I do for the cream. Now, to blend out the cream contour, either you can take a sponge, like a beauty blender or a sponge. This is the Real Techniques one. Or you can take a brush. When I used to do contour, I used to take a brush and it did okay for me, but I feel like it does better if you use a more dense brush or a sponge, depending. But what I like to use is this brush right here. I got it from a beauty store. This is a bronzer brush and it is from the company Diane or Deanne, and it's a very dense type of brush, and I just like to blend it out. I like to pat it down so you don't move any of the product on your face. And what I use this for is my jawline, my cheek, and my forehead. The nose contour I use a different brush for, just because it's a smaller part of my face. And as you can see, I'm like blending it, but I'm not blending it like this because it just brings down your cheek, whereas you want to lift your cheeks like a facelift. You never want to pull down your face. It's gonna make you look old. It's gonna make you look like you've been through so much, and it's just going to cause wrinkles and aging. And I just like to blend this out as much as possible. And I like to blend it into my hairline on my forehead, just because you don't want that weird white line. Even as tan as you are, some people like are blessed with like darker hairlines, but my hairline is pale. And yeah, so then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go in and you're just gonna blend out that line. I like doing circle motions. Just because it's a wider part, you don't have to worry. So then what I like to use for my nose is this Boutique brush. It is the number 22, and it's kind of like a eyeshadow lid brush, but it has a lot more hairs or bristles, whatever you want to call it. So what I like to do for my nose is follow the line, and what I like to do is first I like to tap it like this, so you kind of allow the product to kind of get in there, and it's blending out the product without moving the lines. You see how my nose already changed shape? It's crazy. Then I just go and I can rub against it because now it has a fixed shape. It's just blending everything is what's key. And as you can see, I've changed my nose shape just a little bit. It kind of just brings out the little tiny nose tip and the bridge of my nose. Then what I like to do is I always like to set where I put creams. That's just how I like my face. Maybe people with drier skin might not want to do that, and that's completely fine, but I like to set my face. So what I like to use for my jawline is this LA Girl Pro Face powder in Chestnut. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the powder and I'm gonna go in with a more kind of bigger version of this brush. It's this one. This one is the e.l.f. powder blurring brush. And what I like about it is that it's flat enough to where it can shape out. It doesn't feather out too much. So what I'm gonna do is I have the product on my brush, as you can see. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go like this, and I'm just gonna follow where I put the contour. and I kind of blend it out down my neck a little bit, just so that way it's more seamless and it looks a little more like it's not contour. It looks natural. Then what I like to do is I like to go in with a more cooler, more natural type of contour, nothing too dark like what I just used. And what I like to use is this one. It broke, but it is the NYX matte bronzer, and this is the shade Deep Tan. As you can see, I used a lot of it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with a more feather brush. I got it from the beauty store. It has no brand or anything written on it, but I'm just gonna do my cheeks like so. And because I don't put blush every day, I like to put it on my cheeks a little bit, kind of blend it up a little bit. Same on this side. I just like to move my mouth so that way I can get more room to work with. Then what I like to do is I just lightly sweep it and turn my brush as I do it because the product's there. Then I just take my brush and I just quickly run it over my forehead. Then what I like to do is I like to take a very cool tone bronzer. This one I actually picked up recently, and it is from a gift points thing from Sephora. I think I'm definitely gonna pick up like the bigger version of it, but this is a Hoola bronzer from Benefit. It's like this. So cooler tone, so it works well during the winter. And I'm gonna take the same brush that I used to blend out my nose, and I'm just gonna pick some product up and tap it off. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press the product onto my nose. I'm not going to dust it on. And there you have it. So this is how I contour my face. I thought I would show you. By the way, I just want to say that not everyone contours the way that I contour. No one's face is the same shape, at least not. Like, I find that my face tends to be between oval and round. So that is what I have to adjust my face to. That might not be for everyone. I'd say definitely look up images of people with the same face shape. If you don't know what your face shape is, I will leave a link down below to a few websites that kind of quiz you or show you different shapes of faces so you can kind of figure out your own face shape. This is just what works for me personally, and yeah, I just thought I would show you. And if you like this type of video, then please give it a big thumbs up and let me know down below any sorts of videos if you want a highlighting routine, because that kind of changed a little bit, or I can show you how to do it for different face shapes. I think it'll be really interesting. And yeah, let me know what videos I should film down below, as well as follow me on all my social medias. They'll be linked down below as well as the end of the video. And make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you know every time I post a new video. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!